You guys have so many songs. How do you even remotely pick what to do here?
To be honest, it's really hard, and we just kind of we've picked songs that we kind of hoped that would people would want to hear. But again, hopefully they want to hear most of the songs we have, and so mainly just the newer stuff. We thought there's maybe like a one kind of older song in there, but we just want to play what's fresh and what's new, and for everyone. But really, the first night, especially adjusting to not having a 2.5-hour journey, was different to gauge. But I'm not going to lie, 45-minute sets now are
beautiful.
There's definitely an upside to it.
Yeah, I'm sure. And your journey is going to get this treatment of a movie of Warner Brothers, and it's coming out in April 1st. So it's not a joke.
It's not a joke. Imagine it'd be a very expensive
That's April Fool's Day, And for you guys, how has that whole process been? How involved are you guys in terms of being filmed and followed, and just that whole part of kind of what you guys are doing?
Well, it's definitely new, and I guess the cool thing about it, and it's slightly scary, is like we're not actually filming it. It's a producer that came and approached our pastors, Brian and Bobby, and told them we'd love to make a movie about you. And his response was he's going to want to see a movie about us. And then they just kept saying, hey, you might be surprised. And so hopefully it's really good content, because we don't actually have control over that. But it's been the coolest thing, and I think, it's been crazy. And I think the whole point of it is that if people walk into a cinema, hopefully if they are like, I don't know what I'll go see that movie, just that they would encounter the presence of Jesus through what they capture, and because they recorded a few of our worship nights and that kind of stuff, and I just hope that people will just find Jesus through it. And it's a new kind of medium, definitely for me, and I think for other guys, and something that we haven't done before, I guess. And so it's a little scary, but it's kind of like it's cool, and just trusting God that He's just gonna be all over it, and the people will encounter it.
Have you guys seen much of it in terms of? Have you seen anything yet? No, not yet.
I've seen nothing.
Not either.
Wow. So it's gonna be. You'll be there on April 1st. That's gonna be incredible, and I know the previews are already out here in the States. For that Big Hero 6 movie, and people are telling about it, so I'm getting excited. Now, Taya, you do both groups. You do United and Young and Free, right? Mm-hmm. How do you balance sort of doing both?
Well, to be honest, I'm kind of up for whatever my church would ask me to do in our leadership team, and I trust them. And so I've been blessed to be able to travel with United and also Hillsong Young and Free, and I kind of like it because it's similar and different, slightly different sounds musically, but the same heart. And it's just pretty much taking whatever's happening home at, during church or during youth on Friday nights, and we literally just do that out here. So tonight, we're out here in Portland, and for us it's like church. We're just doing church, and we're just worshiping God, and hopefully it wouldn't be different, whether we do it outside of home or we do it here overseas, hopefully to be the same heart, and just so people would encounter Jesus. And it's been awesome. It's been an adjustment, because I used to do retail. So
you used to do retail?
Yep, selling clothes. I'm really good. Yep. So
how long ago has it been since you were doing retail?
I think I've been working at church for almost 2 years.
Oh my
maybe
goodness.
2 years in February. But I definitely love what I've been able to get to do, and hopefully I hold it pretty loosely, so that if I didn't get to end up traveling with both of them or any groups like that, I'd still be, helping build the church, and just loving being part of our creative team in whatever capacity.
Awesome.
So,
Now, JD, you're out here. Joel's obviously not out here. Has there been a leadership sort of transition? He's doing the New York thing, and I mean, is he stepped away from United?
No, not at all.
Okay.
I think the beauty of Hillsong, he's still, as much of United as ever, and still really heads it up. It's really important for us that this is not about any single one of us, but this is about a God thing, that we're just being obedient. And it's very, very rare that he would not be out with us. Yeah. And so
he's missing the 45-minute set.
He is. So, but no, he's still very much the man.
You guys are designed in a way where you can just kind of plug and play your people wherever. I mean, even in South Africa or Kiev or You know, you guys can...
Exactly. We've got a guy with us that's kind of, because he's not here, we just wanted to still, I guess, bring a lot of strength, just vocally and from the platform. So we've got Jay, there's a guy from Jay Cook, who's one of our worship pastors in London, that's kind of just with us. He's done a few things when one of us have had to stay home for the birth of our children, which is pretty important. He's a great guy that is part of the team that jumps up every now and then. So it's been fun though.
That's awesome. Are you guys home much these days? Are you able to worship at home in Australia?
Yeah, we're home the majority of the time still, absolutely. But it has been a busy year. Yeah. We still will be rare for us to be away for more than 3 weeks at a time.
Sure.
Just now and again, the time in between those trips are getting shorter with just a lot happening. Yeah. But tonight is our last night for 2014, which we're really excited. So we fly home tomorrow to Sydney, and we'll be busy with Christmas in December and hopefully get a bit of time off because it's summer for us.
Right.
So as much as I love the cold, I'm looking forward to going to the beach.
Yes.
And not having to wear this.
Yes. So a question I have to ask. I read your article about what I've learned as a worship leader and preparation, all this stuff, and I'm a worship leader. And my question is do you ever have weekends where it's not always just, man, we're on the stage, everybody's locked in, like normal, like Sunday service stuff where sometimes it's like an uphill battle to, for the people and for yourself to stay engaged? Or is it just like Hillsong, you show up, everybody's locked in every week? I mean,
I would have to say I can't remember many weekends where we've walked away giving each other high fives. And even when we travel, I think that's one of the things that I can understand. That's a perception, and it's great that people think that we're that good. But at the same time, like, people have to realize we're all human, and we definitely, the thing about us, we always want to be as best as possible because the message that we carry, and we want to present the gospel and worship and leading people as best. So, and I think the reason we hopefully will get better is because we're never satisfied with where we're at. But the variation of how bad the Sunday was or how big what we call a train wreck is will vary. But generally, like we try and be pretty tight. But there's plenty. Most Sundays you walk away. Well, I feel like anyway, in and of myself, that I'm like frustrated. But
Well, yeah. I mean, the question's more like a cultural one. Is like, you guys are a worshiping church, a church full of worshipers. So you would, like, that's the perception is, everybody comes in, ready to rock as far as the congregation goes, But what I hear you saying is, it's just like any other church where some weeks are, people are coming in with whatever, and it's hard to focus.
And sometimes you just have to lead it. Yeah. Like sometimes you're like, okay, church, come on, let's lean in, let's just go a bit harder, or like, and that's your call as a worship leader to like call it as you see it, and like, come on, church, okay, let's do a praise song again, or like,
Yeah.
But like,
Yeah, I think the big thing that like is just which is a strength that people need to realize is that like it's okay to make mistakes, but it's not okay to keep making those same mistakes, or be okay with the standard. Always want to be pushing moving forward and lifting it up. Because if you don't, it'll stay the same, and I think that's where the church can get stuck.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, that's encouraging though. Is that
we stuff it up.
Church, that's right. It is. That's great.
Story.
Well,
don't tell anyone though. No one else will hear this conversation.
Nope. Just between us. This is for my own personal. You're going home tomorrow. You mentioned the cold, and you're going back to summertime. How is Christmas different in Australia? I mean, obviously you're dealing with a weather difference, but are people still doing fake snow and trees and, I don't know, scarves and stuff? I mean, what's it like?
Yeah, the biggest thing is it's summer, so it's hot.
Yeah.
Right.
But
so you definitely want to do the scarf.
Well,
clothes-wise. But then it's actually quite funny. I've never known anything differently. So it's normal to me. But when I think about this is really weird. Like most shop fronts will spray frost, like white kind of chalk paint, to make it look like. And all of we watch the Christmas movies of the snow and all the rest of it. But then you walk around in t-shirts and shorts.
Yeah, and you're at the beach on Christmas Day.
Right.
So it's the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
It really, it's got to be. And in your country, do they make Christmas movies where there's no snow? It's like Christmas at the beach. Like, are all your Australian Christmas movies,
but they're very
like endless
bad.
summer? Yeah, they're bad.
We definitely don't watch them. We wish like the Polar Express.
Yeah.
The
Nice.
train, snow, cold. Yeah.
Awesome. Now, are you guys in the process of writing for? I mean, you guys, when you're not touring, or even when you are touring or releasing a new album, you're working on the next one. I mean, that's how it's been since the beginning. Is it still? Still
very
writing?
much. Man, we've been on this tour. We've got 2 tour buses, and one of them, the back room, we gutted it where there's normally seats and tables, and just set up a on-bus studio.
Wow.
And been recording this whole tour. So that's been the beauty of the shorter sets and having a bit of longer days, that a lot of the guys have been tracking and working really hard to get this next album that hopefully will finish just before Christmas, and it'll be out April
With the
sometime.
movie? Yeah. That's very cool. Well, what is getting you guys excited right now in terms of where you guys are at as a church and individually and in ministry?
Do you mean like with everything or just?
I mean, it could be, corporate sort of as your church, but I'm thinking more just as, your individual, lives and ministries, which are separate things.
Well, it's kind of such a broad, it's a hard kind of question to answer.
Yeah,
but
sure.
I think just generally, which hopefully will never change for each and every one of us, is just that hunger to grow, to know Jesus more, but 2, I feel like it's so easy to look at everybody else and go, oh, I can see the track that they're on, and they're in a career, or they're in, so clear to everyone what God's doing and everyone else but yourself. And so I think that, and that's the journey of faith. It's like, but everyone that I meet that you would think is like that, the truth is everyone's just, flying by the seat of their pants, and just having faith that, speaking of myself personally, I never planned or thought or knew how I'd be doing what I'm doing today. And so I look at tomorrow and it's no different. But I think that just that journey I've just learned to be comfortable being uncomfortable, which is really hard to do. And so trusting God is, I don't know how much longer this is going to go, but we've said that for the last 12 years. We are surprised every time I get in a plane. I'm blown away that we're doing it again. And I've done that since my first trip. And so I guess that that growth and depth of expectation of holding on to Jesus and knowing what he's got planned and how it's going to work out, the more I think about it, the more scared that I get and the more the unknown is, but the more I just go, I just trust God, and all I have to do is my best with this moment that I have right now, and do that over and over, and then you look back and you see the faithfulness of God. So that's kind of that,
so the unknown terrifies and excites you at the same time, because that's
it doesn't really excite me, terrify. I'm just saying that. I'm just trying to do a positive confession. Hopefully one day I'll believe it.
Yes, awesome. Yeah. So, you echo that?
100%. Same thing. I never asked for any of this, but I just said I love you, Jesus. I love to sing. Would you choose me? And then just with everything, my relationship with him, where he's brought me. And I think it's exciting because we're literally going to unknown territory. I think as a creative team, as a church, I think for all of us individually, and we're literally just holding on to Jesus, going, okay, you haven't failed me yet, and you've directed my path, so I just trust you're going to do it. Continue as long as I hold to you. And that's the thing; it's an everyday thing. So
yeah.